Hello everybody. So I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's doing good. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm pretty sure you can actually, but hopefully so. But I'm pretty sure you can.
Why would you not be able to do that?
But anyway, sorry. But so today I just want to, dive a little bit deeper into gang stalking as well as the Freemasons and the connection between the two. So yeah. Alright, so let's just go and get into it already. So let's do that. So, So the Freemasons are one of the world's largest and oldest secretive fraternities. Okay, they're well known for using rituals, symbolism, witchcraft, black magic, power, and exclusive private networks of government, and other major areas of influence to dominate society through money, power, lies, and corruption. Okay. What is gang stalking? So, gang stalking is a well-coordinated campaign of harassment, stalking, surveillance, intense monitoring, and just extreme warfare. And it's intentionally and knowingly carried out by groups and networks of people all over, okay? And so because of their long history of secrecy and hierarchy and deep connections with positions of power and authority, the Freemasons are a true definition of how private networks, money, and funding can quietly, discreetly, and strongly impact and insert themselves into, government, police, official, and community ties and systems, and really affect everybody, surrounding, or heck, really affect a particular person. That's more so what we're speaking on right now. Okay. And so gang stalking, and this is how the gang stalking is accomplished, but gang stalking is accomplished through secrecy, through those social connections, through those authority ties with the police, with the air patrol, with the neighbors, with the military, with the ex-military, with, all forms of government and other community figures. Okay? So these same cloak and dagger tactics that, previously made them mysterious and powerful and oh so discreet, such as them using the symbols and the hidden signals and coded language and their selective membership, and as well as their hush-hush oath on things. That's what's really assisted with the gang stalking today. That's what lets all this be possible, with the tracking, the monitoring, the targeting, the stalking of innocent lives. And it has to stop. And it's about to come to a stop. And so the goal of gang stalking is to isolate, control, silence, attempt to intimidate, as well as attempt to break down a person mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. Okay? And this is done through the constant monitoring, the invasion of privacy, the staged events, the smear tactics, the smear campaigns, the attempted intimidation, the extreme energy draining, manipulation, interference, all of that. Okay? So the Freemason strategy and teachings mirror exactly the sneaky and corrupt methods of gang stalking, such as the covert surveillance, And for anybody that doesn't know what that is, covert surveillance is basically, it is the secret monitoring of a person's life and activities without their knowledge or consent. They don't agree to this, okay? And just to give a little more info before we proceed with that, so again, covert surveillance is the secret monitoring of a person's life and activities without their knowledge or consent, okay? And this is done through human surveillance, so from observers, neighbors, strangers in rotation, security, store clerks, motherfuckers you just keep randomly seeing is just doing weird stuff in your vicinity. This is part of that covert surveillance. This is also done through technical surveillance, so hidden cameras, hidden microphones, GPS trackers, Wi-Fi, phone tapping, all of that, and heavy on the cameras, okay, and the recording, all that. if you being gang stalked, you're on a fucking sound stage. That's just what the fuck it is. And you're being fucking recorded and watched and listened to 24/7. Okay, and I'm really speaking for myself at this point. This is off of experience. That's just what the fuck it is. But sorry. Okay. Anyway, also. Yeah, so social surveillance as well. So they'll be watching your online activity, following your posts, unfollowing your posts, your accounts, all of this. The goal is to gather information, is to attempt to intimidate you, to recreate false stories or whatever the heck, create the feeling and knowing of being constantly watched and harassed without leaving obvious proof. No, we know what the fuck is going on. And again, it's about to come to an end. Expose, 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 expose. And again, the covert surveillance is the core weapon in gang stalking. And that's how all of this damn shit, that's really it. But moving back to what we were, talking about. So the corrupt methods of gang stalking, such as the covert surveillance, which we kind of just discussed if you didn't know what covert surveillance was, the organized patrols by the police, by air patrol, the fucking helicopters that's been fucking harassing my ass for about the past 2-3 weeks now, security, random people, harassment, deep manipulation, the noise campaigns, the street theater, the family corruption, the social structures, the setups to monitor, to harass, to track, to control, to intimidate, to invade privacy, to illegally torture innocent people like you, like me, and any other innocent person that's dealing with this gang stalking. We have to put a stop to this. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about it? What are we gonna do about it? Yeah. So next, the Freemasons value secrecy, signals, codes, symbolism, loyalty, mutual aid, and power. So they look out for each other first and foremost, obviously. Okay? Gang stalking is not random. It's not random by any means. It is organized. It is strategic. Okay? In quotation marks, strategic and calculated. Quotation mark. Okay? And so very manipulative. Okay? So using those covert tactics, and that's what we really should dive a little bit more deeper into, but using covert tactics that blur the line between normal life and intentional sabotage and harassment and coincidence, okay? The power of gang stalking lies before us, before our eyes in plain sight. The stalking, the obvious stalking, in various methods, in various places. The gaslighting, the social engineering, the data and social monitoring, the invasion of privacy, the policing, the dark web filming, the manipulation, and everything just trying to be cloaked and disguised as coincidence or just like, no, and that's not the case. And we all know that's not the case. And if anybody needs to know what social engineering is, so social engineering is basically manipulating people into giving them information, access, intel, or any type of cooperation in regards to you that they normally wouldn't. That's what that is. So typically, or I guess this could be done through decepting or deceiving people, lying to the motherfuckers, pretending whatever the heck, false roles, manipulating them, guilt tripping them, flattering them, threatening them. I don't know what the heck. Just any type of exploitation to gain, trust or whatever the heck. And I don't know. But gang stalking thrives on this because it's not just physical stalking. It's network-based manipulation and harass. It's a whole fucking campaign going in the background. A whole campaign. Like, it's crazy. So the recruitment of it all. The recruitment. So the neighbors, the strangers, the co-workers, I don't know if they're convinced through lies, bribes, intimidation, to watch, to harass, to report, whatever the fuck. I don't know if these motherfuckers come up to them and be like, hey, we need you to keep an eye out on this motherfucker. We'll give you this, that, and that. I don't know how this shit works. I don't know. But yeah, the spreading the rumors, the false accusations to make others turn against you. Yeah, it's just a lot, actually. It's a lot, The street theater, the directed interaction, strangers bringing up private details about your life and random private combos that they not even having with you. This would be their own personal random combo. They saying some shit about your life. You like, huh? They using personal names from your, you like, huh? What? Nah, that don't make no damn sense. People acting, rehearsed or annoyed by your presence to either trigger you or cause some form of distress. Trust infiltration. So this could be, someone attempted to get close to you, pretending to be either a friend, a love interest, which would be considered a honeypot, or an ally. There's two different things, by the way. Or while doing all of this, while secretly feeding information back to the next random motherfucker that don't got your best intention at heart. You don't even know who the fuck, actually. But anyway, back onto what we were talking about. Obviously, but we was speaking on the stalking and the type of methods of how they make the stalking possible, such as through the social engineering, the data engineering, the social monitoring, and all of that, the invasion of privacy, the policing, the dark web, that's what we was talking about, and all of that attempting to be disguised as coincidence when it's not. And again, the Freemasons thrive in secrecy, in power, in control, and in manipulation, and heavily in corruption, okay? Which is the exact breeding and funding grounds that enable this coordinated stalking such as gang stalking, okay? And the Freemasons are behind the harassment campaigns, and everything that they value correlates and corresponds with the evil, manipulative control attempts, the smear campaigns, and all of the shit that's going on in everyday life, in real life, okay? Gang stalking is not random. It mirrors Freemasonic structure. Both thrive on secrecy, networks, deep networks of people, presumed power, loyalty abuse, morality abuse, and it was not morality abuse, but just fucking morality issue. They don't have no fucking morals. So there's that. And infiltration into the government, bad policing, military involvement, and monitoring. All of this shit, okay? All of this stuff. The Freemasons provide a ready-made network of people, okay, large and small positions, big positions, behind the scenes, calling the shots in the plays, all of that. Those who covertly or overtly, participate and protect one another from what the heck is going on, and then attempt to intimidate and silence exposure from those that are actually affected and targeted daily. No, we have to expose them, motherfuckers, expose them. At its core, gang stalking is community and government-based covert warfare and harassment. And it's very civilian, tormented governmental abuse. That's what it is. We're literally being tormented by the fucking government. Insane, actually. And the fucking Freemasons, all them bitches is playing a fucking part. All other motherfuckers. This horrible weapon of control and invasion is built on secrecy, is built on lies, is built on corruption, is built on false rumors, is built on bad morale, and all of this, okay? The smearing of innocent lives is a true crime, and it needs to be stopped, and it will be stopped, and we're here to stop it, and I'm here to stop it, and it's going to be stopped, and I'm going to stop it. And that's just what it is. Historically, again, the Freemasons are a secretive fraternal order built on hierarchy, oaths, and networks of loyalty that reach into government, reach into police, reach into the large business networks. And still today, their influence is in the government, it's in the police, it's in the air patrol, it's in the apartment agencies, it's in the hotels, it's in the rental agencies, it's in the judges, it's in the courts, it's in the military, so on and so forth, till this day. Okay, this boys club makes it very, very easy to pull favors, pull strings, and manipulate outcomes and coordinate all these heinous surveillance, fucking stalking, fucking acts. Okay, gang stalking thrives on this same network that the Freemasons have has built. That just is a fact. And so again, the network that gang stalking has is the neighbors, the local businesses, the officials who intentionally stalk, harass, and then look the other way, okay? And because of their secrecy and codes, they can and have created this covert operation and made this gang stalking an actual activity. And it's hush and silence. No, it ain't silence no more. We talking about it. Masons are everywhere. This gives them access to many things without raising suspicion. Their rituals and codes are built on never exposing the brotherhood. Gang stalking is handled the same, okay? It's kept under tight wraps. Um, and the Freemasons, the government, all of them, they can influence law enforcement, the legal systems, the surveillance structures, to ignore, to dismiss, and to participate in the harassment. Their use of symbolism, their rituals, their code of communication, it matches exactly the gang-stalking tactics involved to make all of this possible, okay? The hidden messages, staged events, the fake encounters, the repeated signs, the staged combos, the relationship sabotage, all of that is designed to disorient the person, okay? The Freemasons pride themselves on discipline, control, and secret intel tactics. Alright? Gang stalking attempts to wear down the person without leaving obvious proof. This is a system that's been refined for centuries, okay? Both rely on subtle intimidation, pressure, and all this otherness, okay? Again, Freemasonry provides the structure, the secrecy, and the cover for gang stalking networks. They may not be the only group behind it, but their systems of connections and hush-hush culture makes them the perfect shield for keeping it in plain sight. This top-secret brotherhood provides the network and protection, while the police and military ties provide the training and enforcement. Together, it becomes a covert system of control through warfare, not open violence, okay? That's what makes this shit so fucking sneaky and manipulative. Bending the truth equals protection to them. Because of their reach, they can easily call in favors and hide from exposure. Their influence and quiet high rank has allowed them to control narratives and discredit those who know and question their wicked ways. Masonry is full of symbols, handshakes, coded languages, rituals, witchcraft, and much, much more, and not mention black magic, or not to forget black magic. Through urban surveillance, repetition, signs, colors, specific words, facial expressions, sounds, colors, staged events, staged people, all of this easily crosses over to Freemasonry. They had the tools and the knowledge of covert warfare, which is perfect for targeted and intentional harassment, such as gang stalking, okay? And with the influence in neighborhoods, landlords, security, and community programs, Masonic groups can mobilize and arrange random people to stalk, report, and harass targets or people. Police and military Masons provide the surveillance tactics and cover if things escalate. The person who is smeared experiences orchestrated coincidences that look random but are actually network coordinated and executed. So if or when a person complains about their harassment openly, everyone tries to deem them mentally unstable, on drugs, or crazy. The media rarely touches this subject or intentionally tries to deny it because of the social pressure and intimidation Masonry has on leadership roles. Their code of silence and brotherhood loyalty ensures no insider speaks openly, and outsiders are attempted to be discredited, questioned, and silenced. Gang stalking has been hiding in the background for so long because it blends into normal life. The neighbors, the co-workers, the loved ones, the strangers, all playing a small but very chaotic fucking role, okay? The Freemasons' invisible hands are in the background, providing the structure, the silence, and the shield. The result is community-based warfare that leaves no fingerprint, okay? It might don't leave a fingerprint, but it definitely leaves a fucking impact and effect on every bitch fucking involved. Every motherfucker. The Freemasons give gang stalking its infrastructure, secrecy, authority, cover, and networked influence, ensuring it operates like a ghost system. No one is supposed to believe. Okay? The key to understanding is to understanding the timeline, the events, and the network of people and how all this shit is playing out and has played out. Understand how it starts, how it spreads, and how it has stayed invisible for so long, okay? And hopefully this provided a little bit of information to see things clearly, logically, But this is just the first steps in connecting the dots. Yeah, this is literally just the first steps. So hopefully somebody took something from it. Please add to it. We all need to know all of this. But yeah, so again, so when you take a look, or when you step back and take a look at everything, what you will know is that gang stalking is not random by any means. It is a coordinated system of control and harassment and stalking and abuse that is carried out by many networks in plain sight. It's right there happening in front of everybody's face, okay? Freemasonry isn't the only piece, but it provides the infrastructure, the secrecy, and the authoritative cover that makes it possible to operate without being exposed until now. So from community-based harassment to manipulation and intimidation tactics, from authorities to the way gang stalking works, it mirrors the discipline, the hierarchy, and the secrecy of Masonic networks. That's why it can feel, or people will try to persuade you that it's impossible to fight or prove. Nothing is impossible, and don't let nobody talk you out of that net. But again, next we'll, dive deeper into this, all of the connections, because again, it is a cobweb, it's all of that, it's a maze, but we have to know what the fuck is going on. That's the only way we're gonna, get the heck. But yeah, we'll move into like the military and the ex-military connections, the technology, the corporate ties, the witchcraft, the energy manipulation, and the deeper mechanisms that make the system coordinated and deep, okay? And then you'll see exactly how these networks layer on top of each other, creating this full-scale operation that most people never notice, okay? So let's untangle the web and we gonna get it going. And I love you all, and I'll talk to y'all soon.